a couple of sentences in French at B1 level. Can you understand these sentences? In today's video, we will take a sentence apart so that you are able to make your own with confidence. This series is all about understanding sentence structure in French and identifying the role of each word. So, let's start. Ma famille et moi voudrions partir en vacances en Italie. Malheureusement, nous ne pourrons pas y aller cette année. Sentences are constructed with verbs, articles, pronouns, adverbs, conjunctions, etc. So, what I want to do is take this text apart. Let's have a look at the first sentence. Can you define each word grammatically? Ma famille et moi voudrions partir en vacances en Italie. Let's start by the very beginning of this sentence. Ma. Ma means my. It's a possessive adjective. We use ma because the noun famille is feminine and singular. With a masculine singular noun, we would use mon chat, for example. And with a plural noun, we use mes chats, my cats. Et in that sentence is a coordinating conjunction. And moi et moi is known as an emphatic or stressed pronoun. Emphatic pronouns are moi, toi, lui, elle, nous, vous, eux, elle. Can you spot the verbs in this sentence? Well, we have voudrions, don't we? Which is the conditional of the verb vouloir, which means to want. It has the ion ending because the subject is nous. So, ma famille et moi is nous, my family and I, is we as a subject. So we need to agree the ending of the verb with the subject it relates to. It means we would like. Nous voudrions. Of course, if you're not familiar with how to conjugate a verb in the conditional tense, I have done many videos following rules of how to conjugate in the conditional tense. Notice also that there is a second verb, partir. Nous voudrions partir. Partir is to go or to leave in its infinitive form. So which means, in other words, it is not conjugated. It is to leave. Nous voudrions partir. We would like to leave or to go. Or, yes, that's pretty much what partir means, to go or leave. As for en, we can see it twice here. En can be a preposition followed by a place, like en Italie, in Italy. Or preposition followed by a noun, like en vacances, on holiday. But, unfortunately for us, it can also be an adverbial pronoun used to replace nouns in sentences about quantity or place. For example, tu as acheté des pommes? Have you bought apples? Oui, j'en ai acheté 3. Yes, I bought 3 of them. Of them, that's what en means here. So it's a versatile little word, that. And if you want to learn more, please check my YouTube videos on this very topic, I versus en. So, let's have a look at this sentence again. Ma famille et moi voudrions partir en vacances en Italie. Means, my family and I would like to go on holiday to Italy or in Italy. Now let's have a look at the second sentence. Malheureusement, nous ne pourrons pas y aller cette année. Now this one is slightly more complicated. Can you spot the verb and its tense? Can you spot the adverb in that sentence? Can you spot the nouns and the pronouns? Okay, let's have a look at this sentence and let's start with malheureusement. Malheureusement. So this is known as an adverb of manner, and it means unfortunately. Within this word, have a look at the word. You have the feminine of happy, heureuse. Can you see that word within that word? Heureuse. And we've added ment to make it an adverb. So, heureusement, happily. And then to make it unhappily or unfortunately, we added a prefix, mal. Malheureusement. It becomes unhappily or unfortunately. Okay, so now let's have a look at the verbs. Yes, pourront. Pourront is one of them. Here, it's in the future tense. It's the future tense of pouvoir, to be able to, or can. Ront is the ending because of the subject pronoun nous. Always, nous is ons at the end. Pouvons would be the present tense, and pourrions would be the conditional tense. So, nous pouvons, we can. Nous pourrions, we could. You see? Sometimes it takes one little letter, and that means something completely different. Again, I cover how to conjugate conditional and future in great length in my course at Learn French with Alexa, the website. Now, can you see the negation ne, pas? Ne is always placed before the verb and pas after. So, nous ne pourrons pas, we will not be able to. To do what? The second verb is aller. And just like partir, it is in its infinitive form. Okay, so nous ne pourrons pas aller, we will not be able to go. Now, let's have a look at one letter, which I think is the hardest in the whole sentence. I. Nous ne pourrons pas y aller. What is it? Well, just like en, I is an adverbial pronoun. I can be used to replace a location, in which case it means there in English, or to replace an object, not people, introduced by a. For example, tu t'intéresses à la musique? Oui, je m'y intéresse. Are you into music? Yes, I'm into it. To learn more about I and en, you can check out my YouTube videos on these pronouns. Again, to recap. In our sentence, I replaces Italy. We won't be able to go there. So technically, nous ne pourrons pas y aller means we will not be able there to go. I know it makes no sense, okay? But in this case, I has to come before the infinitive aller. And to finish, cette année. Can you see that? Cette année. Have you come across cette? C-E-T-T-E? Yeah? Well, cette année is a feminine demonstrative. Okay, adjective. It means this. So we've got a few. Ce, cette, depending on whether the words that follow is masculine or begins with a vowel or is feminine. So in our case, année is a feminine word, so we use cette année. It's very important. It means this year. Have a look at the full sentence. Malheureusement, nous ne pourrons pas y aller cette année. Unfortunately, we will not be able to go there this year. How are we doing so far? Are you able to spot the verbs now? Are you able to spot these little coordinates or these little adverbs? Can you identify them all? Here's the full sentence. Ma famille et moi voudrions partir en vacances en Italie. Malheureusement, nous ne pourrons pas y aller cette année. Can you see the verbs now? Can you see the pronouns? Can you see the adverbs? Can you see the nouns? This video is part of a series. Why don't you have a look at other videos based on understanding sentences in French at different level? And again, I cover all these extremely difficult grammatical subjects as part of the course, the complete French course at learnfrenchwithalexa.com. Please have a look. It's extremely popular. That's it for me. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous.